Hi Cece.
Hi Cindy, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad to be here.
Me too.
I love the color of your wall.
We'll talk about that next time.
Okay, so I'll be visiting Cece once in a while to chat about stuff, like everyday stuff. And today we'll be chatting about babies.
Yes, I just had my first baby. He's 8 months now.
And how has that been?
I think at the beginning it was rough. It was rough, but now it's a lot easier. He's a very pleasant baby, and yeah.
And how did you cope with the advice that you got from everyone who's now a pediatrician? Now that you've had a baby, everyone's a pediatrician. How did you cope with that?
You know, it was really difficult. From the time I got pregnant, as soon as people see a belly, they just either just touching your belly without asking. I'm just like, but guys, it's still my tummy. Like, you don't just touch a person's tummy. To the point where they're telling me about all their labor stories. And
I know, that must be scary.
And I'm just like, but guys, I haven't done it yet. Can you just like tell me how pleasant it is? And then after he's born, peeps in Pick n Pay telling you what you need to do, things that are actually not relevant to what's happening with the baby right now. So everybody has their opinion. And then you also have your family giving you their own opinions. And it's really difficult because as a mom, you then sort of have to weed everything out and see what works for you and what works for the baby.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this is where I've really enjoyed the work that I do on social media, because a lot of what I do is giving moms advice, new moms advice about you know, babyhood and those first 2 weeks and the weeks thereafter. And I think infant feeding is the one thing I'm very, very good at, because I work in the field of HIV, primarily in the field of HIV. And infant feeding is so important. So HIV positive moms can breastfeed, but they have to breastfeed exclusively. So exclusive means you are breastfeeding and giving breast milk only and nothing else.
No water?
No water. So the water is a big issue. The water is a big issue, because the thing is, people don't understand that your breast milk is complete. It's a complete food. It's like a superfood. It has all the water, all the protein, everything that baby needs. And if you're HIV positive and you're going to mixed feed, you risk infecting your baby with HIV. And mixed feeding is breast milk plus gripe water plus hardly menses plus this plus, you know, no. It's breast milk only for 6 months.
What about the hiccups? You can't give the water for hiccups.
Oh, the hiccup story. Okay, so no little white piece of paper on the baby's forehead for hiccups, please. And no water. I mean, if baby's in a hiccup, it's gonna stop eventually. So like just give baby breast milk and nothing else. And if you've chosen to breastfeed, and obviously, you know, if you can't breastfeed for 6 months, that's also okay. Just you know, breastfeed for as long as you can, exclusively, and then switch over to formula when the time comes. That's what I always advise the moms that I deal with. Because unfortunately, the laws in this country have not evolved to accommodate 6 months of maternity leave. I think 6 months of breastfeeding is feasible if you can sit at home for 6 months and do everything with your baby. So how long did you breastfeed?
So I managed 3.5 months. I had quite a difficult journey with breastfeeding because I developed, first I had mastitis.
Oh, that's painful. Were you on antibiotics?
Yes, I did go on antibiotics.
One side, which breast?
It was the left breast.
Oh.
So actually, first of all, my son wouldn't latch properly. Okay. I don't know, his mouth, he's got a very small mouth. I don't know. That's my thought. He just couldn't open his mouth wide enough for my
to grip the whole areoli.
Exactly.
Okay, the areoli is the brown part. So there's a nipple and then there's a whole brown part, and for baby to latch properly, baby's mouth must cover the areoli and everything else will position itself.
Exactly. So he actually even had difficulty latching onto my nipple.
Okay.
So my milk came in, my breast got swollen, I got mastitis, and then I got what's called a galactocele, which is a collection of breast milk.
Oh.
And once he was able to sort of latch, then I had the galactocele, which was really painful. So I could only feed from the right breast. And so I did the whole expressing and feed, so expressing formula, so it just ended up being too much. So after 3.5 months, I threw the towel and I said, my guy, you're in the bottle and now friends.
And you know what? He's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with your son. And I think it's another thing I want to say to moms, that there is pressure to breastfeed. And yes, breastfeeding is best. But you know what? Formula is also fine. I mean, as long as you can make sure that you choose a formula that's the right formula for baby's age group. So NAN 1 is from newborns to 6 months.
Yes.
And then the number 2 formula is from 6 months to 12 months. The number 3 is from 12 months to 18 months. Yeah, 18 months. Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, but so please remember that
Yeah.
formula is also fine. Don't be pressured and do what you can. Do the best that you can.
Yeah.